subscriber arrives, it fills you with determination. Word of our community's acclaim spreads. but humanity's claim spreads.
Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Saturday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren and I am your host and dungeon master for the evening, and welcome back to another episode of Writhing Moon, our open legend horror campaign here. Before we get into things, some announcements, some recap, and into the show, why don't we take a second to say hello to our players. How are you guys doing today?
Magnificent.
What up?
Just wonderful.
Yeah, they all sound so very thrilled. As you guys can see, we have a special guest with us today, sitting in the end seat. We have a new.
Is it me?
It is. You are on the end seat. It is Speedy, and he is only here. This is the first and last time he's gonna be here.
Yeah, bye, bro.
We have a special guest with us today. You can see he's hanging out on the end. We have the one and only Mr. Joff, the Owlbear himself. How's it going, man?
Hello. It's going really well. I'm not at all nervous or intimidated by the four of you.
It's the costumes, isn't it?
It is.
Wait till the Ulrich accent comes out.
You think this is the only bow I have?
Show me your bows.
Oh man. Well, we have a great show for you. He has are they in a chest? I didn't know that. That makes it even better.
After the show.
Okay.
That's the after show.
Horde of Bows. How's it going, Carson, man? Good to see you. Everyone else, good to see you. Thank you for joining us in chat. Before we dive into things, I want to remind you guys, if you have not already, please hit that retweet link. Dice Thulu has it for you right there in chat. Tell all your friends that we are hanging out today and having a good time, and encourage them to join us. We have just a quick couple of announcements before we dive into the game. As you guys may have noticed, the schedule is kind of out of whack a little bit. Iron Gods has kind of come to an end of the second season, gone on hiatus. We are actually going to be bringing back a new show on Wednesdays immediately following TwitchCon, and I can kind of announce the details right here, but you will see more of it on Twitter. One of our good friends, Mr. Splattered Ink, Daryl, who is an illustrator, a concept artist, and a burgeoning game designer, has created a very interesting fantasy world called the World of the Daubers, and he is going to be running a short 3-episode mini-series on Wednesdays, starting immediately after TwitchCon. You can check Twitter, more announcements on the cast and awesomeness that show is going to be coming out very soon. Also, we put Fuzzy Dice on a slight hiatus just leading up to TwitchCon because the convention season gets a little bit crazy. In its place, I'm going to be doing art streams and game streams. We've been playing Battle Chasers and other games on stream and having a good time. Inktober has been going on, so a lot of really cool stuff. All the schedules should be realigning and getting back on track immediately after TwitchCon. That, I think, is it. We are still raising money to pay for the TwitchCon trip. It's already taken care of, but any donations and subscriptions... By the way, thank you so much, Judo Killer, for that subscription before, guys. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. Is Subtober still going on? I don't remember. Is that till the 8th, I think?
I'm fairly certain.
Something like that.
One more day.
Yeah, last day to get your half off your first month's subscription. So if you want to support the show, you can do that either via the donate link or the subscription button. Of course, you can donate money via the link right there to give our players natural 20s, inspirations, and other boons, some tarot cards, things like that during the game. All of that help or hinder or change the story, help you get involved in of course make things much, much more interesting. And all of that is currently going to pay for TwitchCon and keeping the stream running, and I'm looking forward to every little bit of it. Of course, we're not actually going to be reading followers, subs, and donations during the show, just to preserve the atmosphere. We will announce all of those at the end. And of course, if we hit our next sub goal, as you guys know, I like to do some giveaways, and I don't know, what would be a cool thing to give away? What do you guys think if we hit our next sub goal?
Lots of bows.
How about this? I will give you this Dogmite Gaming rolling box, which you can see is a wooden rolling box lined with felt, as well as this magnetic dice case, and I will fill them with bows just for you. And that is if we hit our subscription goal. That will be going to some awesome person in the chat. So if you guys want to help that out, you know how to do it. Just smash that subscribe button.
Win it for me.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much all my announcements. Of course, we'll talk about some other stuff at the end of the show. And first of all, thank you, Hawk. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta start stream labels. Thank you, Hawk Hunting. He says $4 from Hawk Hunting. He says, let's start the show with a nat 20 for our guest to welcome him. Well, thank you so much, Hawk. You, Owlbear, you will have a nat 20 for when we start the game. However, before we do that, why don't we go ahead and introduce our cast? Let me change up the music here. Let's introduce our cast a little bit and get some idea who they are and what exactly is going on in our story. And we will start, as always, with Mr. Speedy.
Hello. My name is Mr. Speedy, and I am playing as Felix Haskell, a priest of the White Church, who has gone through quite the past that has left him broken and shattered in his mind, and unable to fully comprehend the world around him as it continues to become more and more maddening. He can't seem to help himself any time that he sees blood, from letting his mind slip into a rage so powerful that he can't even control it, so powerful that those around him are in danger of bleeding themselves. And as things have progressed, he seems to have only gotten worse and more confused about the nature of his madness and of the world around him.
Interesting. Let me turn that on. And, of course, next to him, we have Mr. Four. Who are you going to be playing today?
Oh, well, as always, I am taking the reins of Gurney Abel, who is a urban cartographer of Palemore, grew up on its streets and sort of became infatuated with its grand architecture and complex alleyways and structures that litter the various districts and ends of Palemore. But he's also got a few hindrances, one of which being a necrotic gastric fistula, which is, if you don't know, a condition where you have a hole in your chest that goes way down to your stomach, where the stomach produces incredibly toxic and vile necrotic bile that can be animated into monsters, devastating rays of stomach juice, and other unsavory things. That's as concise an explanation I think I have ever done of the gastric fistula. That's what he has going on there. But he also carries around with him, almost always, seated upon the upper portion of his right skull, is a stone mask, which he murdered his best friend to get. Due to its, well, rather charming look, but also because it grants him, as we have discovered, the ability to sort of peer into people's minds, as well as to look into the future of events, or even the past, and try to discern their meaning or intentions. That's agreeable. He's pretty messed up, yo.
Awesome. Very, very nice. Next to him, of course, we have Mr. Din Money. Who are you going to be playing tonight?
Tonight, tonight, I shall be taking on the role of Sir Ulrich the White, Templar sent by God to bring justice to the city of Palemore. No criminals are safe. Yeah, basically, old man, huge sword, awesome spear. Not gonna take crap from anyone. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good session. My teammates won't do anything shiesty. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Really good.
Very nice. Ulrich, who we learned some strange, unfortunate details about the last time we played. Maybe we will explore those a little bit more. And last but not least, we have Mr. Joff. However, I think Joff, we probably want to keep your character a little bit under wraps for now.
Yeah, no spoilers. Not yet.
Okay. So we will hopefully find out who he is bringing to the table today. But first, let's go over just a very, very quick recap. If you guys missed the last couple of sessions, our players found themselves at the bottom of a chasm, having apparently collapsed a balcony in the Grand Library under the Academy, the Cargill Academy. And when they awoke, they were in this strange underground cave. They navigated through the cave into a series of twisting catacombs, and eventually into ancient ways that twisted and turned almost in a strange hallucinogenic manner. After all was said and done, they managed to actually figure out that they were in some sort of strange shared dream. A dream where each of them was apparently shown some sort of twisted reflection of their own past or their own psyche, facing different parts of their own fears. Felix, that is not what I want. Felix was shown a strange, a person from the past who is now deceased, a friend named Guinevere, who had betrayed the party, screaming at him as she was strung up and burned on a lamppost, saying that he failed, that he couldn't save them. Gurney, seeing the caved-in face of his best friend and romantic partner, whom he beat to death in the ancient eldritch places beneath the city. And Ulrich, seeing a vision of himself being exiled from his homeland, a bloody corpse of a woman and child at his feet. It was through these visions that they eventually soldiered forward through this nightmare and found themselves in a strange white or gray landscape, face to face with a horrible brain-like creature with eyes and quills and chains binding it. And without really understanding what or why this thing was, they proceeded to destroy it. It was brutal. The strange brain resisted painfully, but in the process, they managed to come together, their powers awakening and their weapons true, and they destroyed this horrible eldritch piece of something. And that was the end of the nightmare, or so it seemed, spitting them out back on the Academy grounds, out in front of the Academy itself, no longer in a shared dream, but back in the real world. The sky, however, changed a strange purplish blue hue, and the moon hanging not white, but rather discolored red and brown in the sky, looming larger than it ever has, the sky darker than it has been, as the night seems to have progressed in strange fashion. And with this new moon lingering, that is where we are going to pick things up. You guys, as we mentioned, are outside of the academy, somewhere on the grounds.
When we left off, was there like a figure we saw on a rooftop or something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's Gurney. He immediately wakes up and has to climb the nearest building. That's what no, I'm just Gurney gets up with a groan, makes sure the mask is undamaged, and sort of like starts to make sure his fellows are fine as well. Oh man, what's the sky like?
The sky, as I mentioned, is a kind of it's dark, as if you know there was a full moon generally makes the sky very light, makes the night fairly bright enough that you don't really need much source of illumination. Whatever this new moon hanging in the skies doesn't cast nearly as much light, so the sky is considerably darker, a kind of like a brownish purplish color. You can of course see kind of over my shoulder a little bit. I don't know if you...
Okay.
That's that was something we dealt with.
Seem to change the moon.
Something I'm not looking forward to reliving, at least. At least it looks like we're back.
Well, the moon isn't quite right.
No, that doesn't look right to me.
Gurney, did you take notes? Have we seen the moon like this before?
As far as I understand, it's never... We've only seen a few colors of the moon. Only a few instances where it could give us a clue on what's happening in Palemore. This is a development, as far as I'm concerned.
Aye, we've seen a lot of colored moons, but none like that.
Something's changed.
Nothing that darkened the moon.
I don't know.
What about that Sanctus place? Whatever happened with that?
Sanctus. I have so many player notes. Whoa. It's good. Sanctus. The Sanctus Catacombs?
Yeah.
What about them?
That's
Ulrich.
That's the only thing my dusty old brain can remember.
Well,
If that helps us at all.
we're gonna have to jog that dusty brain. Get a little feather duster. Get it nice and, crisp.
You stay
Because-
away from my brain, alright?
Okay, maybe it was the wrong metaphor, but what I'm trying to tell you is that the three of us need to figure out what this means and where we go with this next. Because this is... I'm very uncomfortable with an unending night. And this is the closest thing I've seen to making something progress. If we
True.
kill more of whatever that was, maybe this will happen again. Maybe things will be clearer now.
You think there's more of that disgusting thing about
I mean-
of his like? It's like, whatever that thing was.
Ulrich, we've already met one angel.
Mm.
You know how terrifying they can be.
Right, well, if it's a hunt we're gonna do, let's get on with it. Any leads? Your antennas picking up anything? I point to Felix. The cage.
You silly cage.
I thought we took that off. Something knocked that off, didn't it?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
It's physically like screwed into your skull.
We still
Okay.
need to. But you say it feels nice, so
It's true. It makes me feel safe. Security
Alright.
thing.
But serious talk. We have so many things we can do. We're still in the academy, right? I think.
You're on the grounds. You're not
Okay.
inside the building itself.
Okay. Well, we kind of came here to sort of talk to some of the people here. I don't know what else we can achieve while we're here.
Well, you want to do a quick pass, see if we find anyone?
My blood sense tells me nothing.
What are you trying to sense?
And it's just anything. If there's anyone else around us listening or anything.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone,
perception.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone roll me a perception check.
Okay. I don't have anything in perception. But I'll give it my best.
I wonder whose fault that was.
I got
Roll
19.
20's fault because I rolled a 3.
All right.
So we get that. We got that. And we got that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Felix and Ulrich, you guys are kind of like standing on the grounds. You're finished talking, you take a deep breath, and you just kind of like look around to see if you notice anything about the world around you. And you hear something. It sounds like a soft, wet sound. And it seems to be coming from off to your right. It's not close by. It's more like kind of like echoing.
I mean, if we're making this a hunt, we could start with the angels. Maybe we could hunt down the rest of those lanterns, see if we can find how they can traverse, the different
Yes.
Palmore, is it?
I like that idea.
You guys are stiff. What's going on?
That's just. Do you hear that?
Actually, yeah.
It's
Over
not a
there.
blood
Over.
thing. It's a wet, kind of
What?
wet slap almost. I don't know, but I feel like it's something alive, and we should probably just check on it or something. I don't.
It's probably
feel-
just a student of the academy.
I still don't really feel comfortable just talking while whatever it is could be getting closer.
He's right. I hear it too.
Well,
And it doesn't sound human.
Is there like a bench or a trash can that we can all huddle up to hide on this campus?
I mean, you can probably find a bush. Yeah, you can find a bush
Let's get a
or some
bush!
place to hide behind.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's getting closer.
Let's
Getting
definitely
closer?
just go check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, or
Let's do
go check
stealth.
it out.
Stealth operation.
I mean, we haven't seen any other students like outside to this point, have we? Below, sure, but
They're
I
probably
could-
studying, doing homework like good students.
What I could do is give us a smoky barrier so we could sort of sneak in. I can cast a barrier.
Well, let's see what it is first.
Okay.
I think we
Yeah.
should just straight up kill it. Draw.
Right.
Felix, the last time we did that, we fell into a dreamscape of everything horrible about us. Let's approach this a little bit differently.
Aw.
You say so.
And Ulrich
You guys
sheathes
wanna-
the sword.
You guys want to make your
Yeah.
way towards it?
We'll
Yeah.
go towards it.
Stealthily.
I'll start smoking, but I won't roll for anything as of yet. But I'll just in case we need to make a quick runaway. Let's go.
Okay. As you kind of make your way towards this sound, it kind of gets louder and louder as you hear it's not just kind of the soft kind of squelching sound. There's soft muttering. There's other kind of sounds amongst it, and you realize that it's coming from sort of like an alcove under an awning of one of these outbuildings, sort of just around the corner. It's kind of dark, like it's in the shadow of the main building, so there's really no moonlight there. But you can, as you're kind of coming towards the corner, you can hear the sound fairly loud, as it sounds like it's close by. And as you're approaching, you can kind of hear the soft muttering of someone's voice amidst this strange kind of sound.
Kind of weevils.
Shh.
What was that?
I think it's talking.
Felix! Felix! Peek! Go get closer!
Felix kind of timidly pokes his head out around the corner.
You see what appears to be it's cast in shadow, and you see kind of like a large form. It's kind of like a gray shawl of what is most likely a person, but it looks like they're hunched over, so you're only seeing their back, and you can see what looks kind of like the edges of a large hat.
Felix has his drill out, and he's going to approach with the drill raised.
Okay. Marin, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to do a mind dredge.
Okay.
It's reactionary now, but I'm gonna wait and see what its reaction is first.
I'll start just kind of going around, form a pincer if we need to flank him or something.
I would like to use that nat 20.
He knows how to play the game.
The
Welcome
drill
to
isn't
Palemore,
spinning
my
up
friend.
yet.
Yeah.
Well, you want to use your nat 20. That is more.
Yeah.
You can more than do that. You are kind of like, you basically hear kind of like the soft kind of dead grass crunch underfoot behind you. Like some, just some sounds, something coming from behind you, and that instantly perks your ears up.
Whoa, hold there. Whoa.
Who are you?
Forget who am I? Who are you?
You.
As you're kind of turning around to face, I guess, Felix, have you physically left the corner, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you're physically getting up and turning to face Felix, why don't you go ahead and describe what he's looking at?
Marin is crouched over what looks like the corpse of some kind of unrecognizable alien thing, and his left hand is gloved. He's holding his right glove in his left hand, and his right hand is kind of covered in blood and entrails, and he's got something in his teeth. Hang on. Yeah. Yes. And he's it's finger licking good. And he's just cleaning up and kind of on guard. And looks a little flighty.
Oh.
What? I'm not. Hey, he was dead. He was it was dead when I found it. I'm just.
What you got there?
Hey, Felix. Let me do this. I'm pushing Felix back a little bit.
I'll grab Felix by the collar to hold him back.
Yeah. Hey,
By the cave.
Felix, look at his hat. It's big, isn't it? You should. Yeah.
Felix.
You like my hat?
Felix, you are kind of
Very nice, yes.
you can feel the kind of your eyes kind of shaking, a little bit as you kind of drift a little bit. However, you also notice that the cloak, this kind of this almost robe-like cloak that he's draped in, and his wide brim hat are both white.
Would I
Nice
know
colours.
what that means?
I mean, you have an idea.
Is it a church thing?
Probably.
Okay. A fellow priest?
And I perk up like, mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's I'm not the only one.
Brother!
Oh, God.
Do you want some? I mean, I was done.
no.
Okay.
No.
Not your bag?
That's odd.
Yeah.
You're at the church, the White Church.
Used to be, yeah. And yeah, until recently.
Well, you know, lots of things have shifted. I'm just curious, why are you in the academy?
I'm poking around. I'm literally just trying to survive, and I don't trust you guys. I don't know why are you guys asking so many questions? I was just eating.
Well, the fact that we're asking questions should give you some room for pause. As you can probably tell, most others would simply slather and drool and start gnashing your ankles.
You're right. They can absolutely try.
So I think this is a menial encounter. My name is Gurney Abel. This is Ulrich and Felix.
Nice to meet you, Gurney. My name's Marin.
I'm going to, put my shirt over my hand as I shake yours, because it's covered in...
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. And I put the glove goes back on and, secure.
Oh!
Sorry.
It's like squishes as it...
Hi, yeah.
Yeah.
My name's Marin.
You must be able to have some sort of self-defense to be traveling alone like this.
I do.
Well, if he's a scavenger, then maybe he just knows how to keep out of sight.
Hiding is my friend. Unfortunately, hiding in white robes can be a little tricky sometimes.
Okay.
But I have means and methods, and he's still looking very flighty. He's checking left and right and behind.
Well...
What was that you were eating just now?
I honestly, I don't know. I found it. I don't
Mind
recognize
dredge, you're
it.
lying.
Give me 1 second.
I'm mind dredging you.
Do you want to physically try and read his mind?
Yes, I'd like him to take off his hat, pop open his skull, and just physically give me the thought that he is having right. I'm gonna put on the mask, and I'm gonna just see what he's thinking about. Unfortunately, it's power level 20. Oh, okay.
Okay, that is going to... I am actually going to... Give me 1 second.
This won't hurt, I promise.
Bless you.
You... I'm gonna make... You are gonna be rolling at disadvantage.
Oh! I accept this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this anything I can resist?
I think you... I don't know if you can.
It's against your will defense, but it's against your actual defense. Resolve, I believe, right?
Resolve.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
roll
Right now,
resolve.
I'm just rolling to see if I can actually cast this,
Yeah.
and I still can. Yeah.
Okay. I will. So you can. I believe you should be able to roll your resolve.
It's versus his resolve.
Oh, did I give you a sheet on the?
I got the sheet that I've been working on today. I've got a value for my resolve, but is there a roll involved?
I think it's.
Let me check.
I don't think it is.
Let me check
in that-
something.
So let me actually. See. You would roll your resolve to resist
Yes.
pain.
Yeah, you do roll your. Yeah, you can roll your resolve. 1 second. It should be. Yeah, it's just a straight D20 roll.
Oh crap.
If you get 10, I think you can resist it.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
you here's what'll happen. Gurney, you put on the mask, and as the familiar chill kind of comes over you, you attempt to kind of just peer past his, his facade and listen to the whispers in his thoughts. And they are a mess of, it sounds like 5 people talking at once.
yeah, Gurney wouldn't be able to make sense of that mess. So I just pull back immediately and go, all right.
And I was aware of this. I could feel it.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell it's happening, right? It's not, it's not secret. There's really not much you can do against it.
Yeah.
But you can, you can kind of, yeah, it's kind of an experience.
Ah.
And that was a mind dredge, wasn't it? Can I do that back?
Do you have the ability?
I do.
Then yes, you can.
Okay.
Why don't, in fact, rather than what I said, why don't you go ahead and roll? And if you can physically cast the spell, he can roll against it, and we will see who actually comes out on top.
Oh, okay. So prescience versus resolve. Okay. This will be good.
Oh man, my God! Please roll high. This is.
I wish I hadn't burnt that nat 20.
Such is life. I'll
That's how you learn.
Hail more.
Oh, the luck is not with him.
No.
So what I'll say is you attempt to kind of like you feel this kind of creeping invasion, like this cold, like fingers trying to pick through your mind, and you attempt to sort of push back. And you actually can, like, you can physically push back against it, but almost as soon as you do, it feels like you impact that stone that is the mask that is in front of his face, and it just kind of like your concentration is broken almost immediately, like you can't push past it.
That surprises Mirren.
All right, enough eyeballing each other.
I'm sorry. It's just you're just very interesting, Marin.
I'm interesting. Look at the three of you.
I mean, he's right. Like, you're handsome as fuck.
We do have God with us. That's what you're seeing.
Is that the guy with the cage?
No.
What? No.
No. It's the big man, the big oldie, the old, golden oldie.
You're God?
No.
Oh, I
Man
see.
upstairs. He's all around us.
That makes more sense.
I carry his words and his judgment.
So, what you doing? What you up to?
Oh, you know.
We're looking for lanterns, but not any
Lanterns?
lanterns. Ones with a particular flame.
Ooh, interesting. Ooh, tell me more.
We're also kind of trying to put an end to this endless night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's been night for a while now.
yeah. I guess I got used to it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're hoping to make it so you don't have to get used to it.
You don't like it?
There must be
for
a
a while.
balance.
Oh.
There must be light.
Ah. Yep.
This we're still trying to figure out how to do that. We have an idea, but there are a lot of things to do before we tackle the final obstacle. One of which being, sort of tearing down the infrastructure of this worship to the blood, to the angels. Does that upset you?
No, I'm not a fan of either. I just try to mind my own beeswax.
You said you were a priest?
I was a priest, and I'm still wearing the clothes because I haven't found another outfit.
What made you stop?
Mostly the torture and just the incessant pain and rage and hatred.
Those are good reasons.
And I didn't want that, so I left.
I'm familiar, I think, with...
Oh?
Yeah, I was a priest too.
Okay. Interesting.
Seen a good bit of torture in my days. Could you put that down? And he gestures to the bloody chunk that's still kind of in your hand.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, and again, the white robes are now sort of smeared and just they're dirty, they're bloody, they look old. He's been this way for a while.
I don't think anything can stay pure in this city.
Agreed.
Well,
But you mentioned lanterns, and I
Hmm.
feel like I should know something about that.
Have you seen any lanterns with a blue flame?
A blue flame. No. But that sounds mighty curious.
I doubt you would have seen one. I mean, if as soon as you see the light, then you're taken somewhere else. Have you been to another Palemore by chance?
No, but I'm trying to get there.
What?
you are?
Yeah.
How do you know about it?
I hear things. I've heard, shut up, whisperings of a dream, but when I sleep, it's not, I can't go there. It's something else. Does that mean anything?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh.
We share the same troubles.
Oh my gosh, maybe you guys were sent to me.
Well, God did send us to this city, whether they want to believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
See what I mean?
I
See what I have to work with here.
I'd be careful, Marin.
Careful how?
The voices, they lie.
What was your name, sir?
Felix
Felix.
Haskell.
There's something about you, Felix. I can't put my thumb on it. There's just... It'll come to me.
Well, speaking of other Palemores, and I huddle in to my buddies, and I go, okay, this sounds weird. Is this the right time to experiment right now? Because I kind of want to turn on the lantern.
I mean,
Because
Yeah.
wants to go there.
We did change the moon in this.
Because listen, something has happened to the night. This Palemore has changed. Maybe it carries over to the other Palemores. We can at least try and see.
I mean,
Yeah.
We already have an idea where we need to go to get the rest of the... Well, they might not be there, but that's where they were developed.
Yes. Okay. You know what? I think that's our best shot. Yeah.
Not only that, I think
take this bloke with us.
Is the gate to this Palemore sort of like slammed shut? So
What do you mean?
I remember we went to another Palemore to sort of get into the academy.
Mm-hmm.
Is the current one that we're in
Is it-
shut?
Oh, is the academy gate shut here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can go check if you'd like.
Yeah. I turn to Mary and say, "Listen, we're gonna leave the academy for now. We have an idea on where we want to go with these lanterns.
Okay.
But you're welcome to come along if you feel like this is a direction you want to go."
Awesome. Yeah, totally. Can I get some snacks to go?
I'd really prefer if you didn't.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be more on the way.
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh. All right.
Yeah, I'll cut you up something nice later, but
Shh. No. And Gurney just like nopes away.
And actually, yeah, Merrin reaches inside his robe and pulls out a small jar and quickly takes the lid off, and he pulls out what looks like a little blue worm and just puts it down. Oh, I'm sorry. How rude. Would you like one? That's a no.
Thank you, but
I'm
no.
so sorry.
Thank
Okay.
you, but no.
Puts the
Where
jar
did you
away.
get those? Why
They're everywhere.
are you eating them?
They taste good.
How long have you been eating those for?
Well, let me think. I left the church I don't know.
Felix is gonna come up to you, and he's gonna just kind of like get up to you with like put his hands on your head and be trying to like look at you really closely, like feeling your skull, seeing if it's like expanding or something.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Get off.
Felix, no touching.
What are you looking for specifically?
I mean, I know from the other people who have had these bugs inside of them that their skulls have like exploded. I just want to see if his like skull is exploding slowly or something.
So
if there's like fractures or anything.
He has a very wide-brimmed hat, so you'd physically have to like push the hat off, and then
I would do that.
Yeah, he's got like a hood on under it and some some nasty hair.
I'm gonna try and do that. Do you mind if I look at this? Is that?
Are you gonna let him?
I'd much rather you didn't, and Marin will attempt to step back, and how to describe it? It gets really dark around him. Black, like shadows in shadows in shadows. I would rather you didn't touch me.
You kind of watch as he steps back, like his voice deepens a little bit, and it is dark in this alcove, but he almost kind of rises up about a foot or a half a foot, and kind of like the shadows darken around his body, so you can just see his kind of face shadowed by this hat. As like his voice gets a bit lower and echoey. It's fairly threatening.
Don't touch me. Without permission, and I take my hat off, and then lean forward. What are you looking for? I'm so curious.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Did you want a worm?
No, please. I've had plenty already.
No.
Is there anything strange about his skull?
His hair is pretty nasty.
It's receding. There's a patch in the back. It is receding.
I mean, it doesn't feel distended or anything like that. Like, it feels fairly normal.
Okay, no, that's all. Thank you.
Are you a phrenologist? Are you reading the bumps on my head?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
So no, probably not.
He doesn't know what that is.
I take it that's the defense you were talking about earlier. Quite a neat little trick.
Oh, the shadow thing. Yeah, it's really handy when I need to hide. I don't like being touched, like I say, without permission.
Well, I don't think anybody does, really.
Right? Yeah. Your friend is really twitchy.
Yeah, let's you guys walk ahead of me.
I'm sorry, it's just the whole the blood, it's the
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the gloves are on, and I'll change my robes as soon as I can. There's not much I can do about this, unfortunately. I haven't bathed in a good long while.
Felix, you're just gonna have to steel yourself.
I'm trying.
So, Felix, you were a member of the church?
I mean, with the night being the way that it is, it's kind of hard to say at this point. It's not like I could put in a formal resignation or anything. It's just kind of been, traveling and not. I don't know that I really stand by the things that I stood by before.
It's a dark place.
And sometimes too bright.
I hear you. I can relate. You seem like you're in excruciating pain.
That's what happens when you don't go with God. I just whisper that to Felix.
And then I whisper to Felix on the other side, God is dead.
I was never there. Gardy says as he's like trying to make them like go.
So you guys are sort of still standing in this alcove. Is there anything you want to do? Do you want to leave this place? Do you want to travel anywhere?
I like the light up the lantern idea.
I just want to see if we can get to the gate. See if the gate is able to.
You can,
open.
yeah, you absolutely can. You kind of walk around the perimeter of the building. You know, a couple outbuildings. There's some curated trees and stuff on the edges. There's the walls, and as you kind of get around to the front, the path that you originally walked in the dream realm, you see that the large gates that are here are apparently are slightly ajar.
Ah, sweet. Okay, I just take note of the moon and the state of things, and then I will look to the rest of you and say, okay. Or actually, I think Ulrich has the lantern this time around.
Oh, you mean this lantern? Oh, cool.
Yeah, that one. I mean, we can start on our way, because I think the tower that we want to go to is back in the cathedral district.
What tower do we want to go to?
It's the one that they were making the candles in.
Right.
With the Mortun Gedrin, I think?
Sounds fancy.
I mean, I think, because last time we talked to the man who runs the workshop, we learned that his master made the stuff. So we could probably try to get there. But let's try this lantern business.
All right.
Just to see if we can make this work. Yeah, sure, Sir Jurek.
Marin?
Any last thing you guys want to do? Yeah, I'll wait to light it until you guys give me the go.
Yeah.
So you wanted to go to the dream, right? I'll warn you, it's not.
That's a very pretty lantern. I'd love to go to the dream.
It's, I'll warn you that the other place isn't any prettier than this one.
I'd still like to see it with my own eyes.
Fair enough.
Well, let's clean the place up together.
Don't blink. Yeah!
That was me lighting the lantern.
All right. So you guys gather in a circle. You spark the flame, and the blue candle in the center flickers to life once again as it radiates a soft blue glow through the glass on all of you. And as it does, as you kind of huddle around it, you feel the glow continue to grow brighter and brighter once again until it consumes your vision and all turns to white. A second later, you feel your vision returning as you find yourself standing somewhere. You see kind of the sky above you is strange. It is the same kind of like like yellowish color that it was the last time you were here. However, the moon is exactly the same as it was a second ago.
It's still dark.
It's still dark and reddish brown, like a rotted corpse.
Okay, wow.
What the?
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
This is amazing. Okay. Here's the good thing. I think I kind of might have killed a dream. Or whatever that very bad place was. And this is it's like, do you imagine if you had different sets of colored lenses?
All right.
So imagine what would happen if you put all of them together in the same order. We were on one of those lenses looking through it. Now that one of them's removed, maybe that's what's happening. But the problem is, the lanterns are the lenses, so we need to find the rest of the candles.
I.
That was a little over my old man brain, but I think I understand you, Gurney. You usually have a good head on your shoulders.
Are you saying you think the other lanterns lead to other dreams? Or the other candles?
It's possible. I mean, the thing we killed, it definitely had an effect.
That's true.
If that was an angel, then...
Well, we've only really been to a few dreams before. There's the yellow moon, which I think is what we just ended.
As you guys are standing here, you kind of look around and you realize the academy is once again in sort of a or it appears to be in a sort of stable, not like fairly undestroyed set manner, much like it was when you actually came in here earlier. However, you can still see the sort of the silhouetted shapes of these kind of bulbous creatures sliding or shuffling their way around the perimeters of the campus. However, things begin to sort of darken as you get away from the building itself, and as you kind of turn your heads towards the wall, you realize that there are large chunks of the ground that are missing.
I think my maps are gonna have to change.
Nice.
Are the places where the ground is missing places where we were like running before, where we saw it collapsing?
It doesn't seem to have any correlation.
Okay.
Or are you seeing like kind of the cracks in the hallways before? Is that what you're
No, you're outside right now. You're outside the building.
Yeah, but I thought, oh no, I was wondering if Speed was asking if those are what we're seeing.
No, there was a point in a dream when we were running and the ground
that was
falling
when
out beneath us.
when you were running from that
Okay.
that huge creature, and
Okay.
yeah, it was things were kind of shifting behind you, but this doesn't seem to be exactly that.
So I just kind of want to walk up to a hole and kind of see
Yeah, investigate.
what's going on there. Yeah.
But below it, you see blackness.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any like gunpowder used for any of those like exploder guys.
No, it doesn't look like it was. It doesn't look like it was attacked. It just looks like a piece has just fallen away, and it's like there's the surface, and then there's just black.
Shit.
It's just gone. It's just gone. This world, we're killing it.
I'm not gonna deny or affirm that claim. Merrick, has it always been like this? Did you feel this happen? Merrick, rather.
Merrin. Merrick? Merrin.
Merman.
Merman? I haven't been here before. This is... I dreamt of this. I know it sounds weird. I dreamt of the dream. This was not what I was expecting. It's surreal.
There's so much to do! There's so much to do because we still kind of wanted to find Callum.
You guys notice as you're looking at the building, there was activity outside it before. However, you don't see any of those shapes, those kind of shuffling forms nearby. What you do see is the building appears to be completely dark. There's no signs of light. There's no signs of like there are silhouettes of people moving in the distance, but none of them close enough for you to see. There is, however, a single light in the coming from the building, and it appears to be coming from. If you look here, let me move you guys. If you look here, the light seems to be coming from one of these top windows.
Oh boy.
That's new, right?
It might be.
Right. Then that's where we gotta go.
I mean, it's either that or we keep wandering as we're apt to doing.
Marin, are you okay with this? Are you familiar with the Academy at all?
I know the name. I don't
think
know much more.
I think the bigger question is, are you good in a fight if it comes down to it? Because that may happen.
I can hold my own, yeah. I have a few tricks.
Nice.
I mean, I guess
Like,
well,
are they juggling tricks, or are they like, you know, you know.
And he pulls out a deck of cards. No.
Trick card.
I don't like that. Every time we find cards in this game,
And then
bad
he
things
just
happen.
like puts it up to Gurney's face and just.
I know. Gurney, I'm not unlike you. I can project and produce. You saw that shadow. I can do more, and I can certainly use it to get out of a tight situation.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
We'll have you on backup then.
If
The real
something
question
goes,
is,
if something goes down,
goes wrong,
I can drop darkness, and we just run away.
the real
I
question
like
is
this. I like that plan.
If something goes wrong, can we trust you? I mean, we just met you.
I'm confident you can trust me almost as much as I can trust the three of you.
I mean, I'll be honest, we woke up with just about the same understanding, so I think we can deal with this, guys.
Let us all just trust in God.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go, and I'm going to jauntily lead them to this outstanding building. Have we been inside this building before?
Yeah, this is the this is the main academy building.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we didn't finish exploring this thing. Let's go inside. Are those people walking around this building?
You see them in the distance, but as when you get closer, they don't seem to be there. They seem to kind of almost fade out of existence as you, like, their silhouettes.
Shadow, what now?
Mischief, I say.
Okay. Walk in the front door.
Walk in the front door. Let's look for some stairs.
I mean, the layout of the building is the same as it was. You know, there are two large flights of stairs on either end. There's there's basically a corridor that goes this way, main corridor that goes ahead, and another one on the other side. Two sets of stairs on the other side going either up or down.
We want to go up, not down.
As we walk in, though, is there anything different about, like, the foyer area that we saw before?
Yes, there is. In fact, the place is similarly, like, filled in. If you remember the last time you guys were here, I don't remember if I have the images on the thing. I might, but it was filled with these kind of hallways lined with bookshelves and you know, banisters and things, tables and all kinds of pillars covered in jars and pots and little jugs, which I think you broke one of them open to find that it was filled with these sort of dried slug-like worms.
And those are... How do those compare to snackable worms we might have seen earlier? No, don't think about it? Okay.
Stop that. Until I turn my back, and then he's
just leaning towards them.
Ooh, crunchy version's nice.
Ooh, teriyaki.
They don't really ever dry out completely.
Oh, that's handy. Well,
Great for storage. Yeah.
So you guys want to make your way up the stairs?
please.
Yeah. You totally can. You navigate your way up one of the flights of stairs. Left or right? Which one do you want?
Shit.
Always
I
go
say
right.
lefty loosey.
No. See, left is the direction that everyone says first, which is why Askren would put the killer thing there instead of the good thing.
All right, 2 and 2 each side.
That's how
Split
we
party.
do it. No. No,
That's how we outsmart Askren.
Never would have expected that. Better
What do you
yet.
guys wanna do?
Better
My
yet.
senior authoritative
Marin
clown.
goes left. We go right. No, let's go. Let's go right. Let's take the right one.
Okay. And by right, you mean the correct one.
Correct,
Not
yes.
necessarily left or right.
You can read into it however you want.
You guys make your way. I'm gonna say the left staircase because I heard left the most. You guys. Well, you said. Did you want the right or left? I don't like. You said the correct one.
I think
I messed it up. Sorry.
I said right. 4 decided on right eventually.
Okay, fine, the right one.
I think we were right.
You guys make your way down the right side of the hallway, past the open and closed office and classroom doors, the study halls. These just piles and piles of jars, and eventually you make your way to this large looming wooden staircase. You take it up to the second floor, and the second floor mirrors the first one in design, but it doesn't. But not so much layout. There isn't the same sort of central hallway. It's the rooms are smaller, and there's more of them to each corridor. And you have to navigate your way towards the center of the second floor, where you actually there's a big section with a kind of a double spiral staircase that seems to ascend into the bell tower, as it would appear to be, or the observatory tower. I'm assuming you guys want to. That's where you saw the light, so you want to continue your way up, or do you want to explore anything about the second floor?
If
Ulrich's
all we
knees
see
are
on the
cracking.
second, if all we see on the second floor is just more classrooms like we've seen before.
I mean, that's your
Probably.
initial view. You haven't really explored.
Well, I don't have a syllabus, so we don't know.
Should we
don't
call
know
out
if there's-
to help, or should we call out to anyone? Like,
No, the student help
Space
desk
zone.
is no help. They're just not gonna. I say we keep going up. Let's tackle the light first.
Okay. Let's do it. Ugh.
Are you dealing with these stairs? All right, old man. Do you want to piggyback or anything? Ask me.
Don't patronize me, laddie.
It's been a long night.
I'll go into rage mode and run up faster than everyone.
Oh no!
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste it now. That's fine.
All right.
But I will be complaining as the old man going up from. So I'll probably be in the back, the slowest.
I lean into Marin. He's always like this. This is why we don't take the buildings stairs.
He's always old.
That's a weird question to answer. Please don't ask that again.
Okay.
It'll make sense.
Okay.
Just don't be freaked out.
I don't get freaked out.
Oddly enough, that's probably the best thing I've ever heard.
We all believed it, I think, when he said that.
All right. So, by the way, have you specifically? I know Gurney mentioned it. Did you guys specify what you're looking for here? I know you had.
I think we really just wanted to investigate that light because the original reason we came to the academy was sort of like to get answers to certain questions.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of got that. But I also feel like we wanted to come find Callum in a sense, just so that we knew where to get him.
Right. I heard you mention that before. I just didn't know if you had specifically discussed it.
I think that's what we wanted to find in the
that's-
academy, kind of.
Okay.
But man, I really want those extra candles for the lantern. I want 'em.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be safer with us than Who,
Alright.
who knows?
Well, we don't
who
even
has
know if
them.
they're going to be there. That's the whole thing.
You guys ascend this circular staircase as it kind of creaks under your weight. Clearly, no one has been this way in a very, very long time. And as you ascend to the top of the platform, you see that you're basically in a sort of a cylindrical chamber. It's like an observatory room. However, it's divided in half because you clearly see sort of the dome above you. That's ceilinged off with kind of an arch. There is a wall dividing this chamber in half, and basically the wall is fairly featureless, save for what appears to be a single door right in the center, and the door is heavily sealed with what looks like 1, 2, 3, maybe like 4 or 5 large kind of bands of heavy iron chain, bolt locks.
Shit. Whew. This might take more than one cut, boys.
Now, hold on. This is my forte. And I sort of just part the fabric because we all know what's going to happen. And I just sort of lean in to the door and I just go ahead and let out a few...
Wait.
What?
Those locks on the door.
Oh.
Are you sure they're there to keep us out and not something else in?
Actually, that's a good question. Now that you mention it, are these locked from the outside?
Well, they're obviously...
Well, clearly it is. You're looking at
Shit.
the locks.
All right. Well, how about this? Let's all 4 of us together
That's a good.
put an ear to the door and listen. See if anything's inside.
Okay.
I would like to roll blood sense.
Okay.
Blood sense is a good option.
Blood
Yeah.
sense for you, perception for Gurney.
I'll just stand back and be ready if anything blows through the door at him.
I got a 24.
All right. Gurney, you put your ear to the door and you do your best to listen. And you hear very, very little, if anything, on the other side. Felix, however, you take a deep breath and almost sort of force your eyes closed, and as you do, you feel the blood kind of rush to your temples as the pulsing rises in your ears, and as you do, kind of your senses almost like a pulse of sonar, things begin to light up around you. You feel it pass through the wall and into the chamber beyond, and the chamber, as far as blood goes, is empty, save for one single faint heartbeat.
I mean, it doesn't feel like a monster. There's someone alive in there.
Is there a gap under this door?
Very small, just enough that you can tell that there's light coming from the other side.
All right, I'm gonna roll summon creature.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And I want to go ahead and make a tar baby.
Oh, okay.
And have him. I'm gonna have him grow an eye, and I'm also gonna have to cast the Scene boon as well. So I'm gonna do.
It's gonna be 2 rolls.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do the very lowest power level. Power level. Oh gosh, power level. 4 for the summon creature.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay, so that's entropy. 14.
Power level 4, you said?
Yeah, doesn't meet it.
That's not even close. No.
Nope. That's sad. Well, I haven't gotten a full night's rest.
Wanna
Gertie just
take a
starts
nap?
starts like thumping his chest, clearly trying to like roil something up, but it's not coming. It's not coming.
I mean, ever since it's been torn out of you, it's not been working the same.
Alright, you fucked me up. You saved my life, but it really... This thing has not been working for me. Ah.
I don't know if that's
And
a
I
good
go,
thing or a bad thing.
Well, it's
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 bad
both.
now.
It's both. Do we want to go in here? I want to go in there.
We should totally go in there.
I know, right?
Here's
Something
an idea.
inside that needs to be judged.
Marin is sniffing the door.
It's a good idea.
Are you looking for anything, or are you just...
No.
No.
Idea?
Looking for a scent. Yeah.
Felix? Idea?
We could knock.
What?
I'm not doing it.
I'll knock.
I'm not carrying that burden.
I could use my spear butt from the distance if we want. Like,
I mean, it's just a single heartbeat in there, and it's faint. I mean,
Well,
sounds
you think...
human, I think.
I mean, they won't be able to open the door, but maybe we can talk. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that might be safer than letting them out to talk, so...
yeah, Marin's right there. Do it.
I got the point.
Here goes.
What are you trying to do? Oh, you're just knocking on the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should have done the that one knock where they have to reply back. Yeah.
You, let me just check my notes. Okay, it is a wait. There is silence for a good while before you hear a soft creaking sound on the other side. Not like, well, there's wood, but also kind of a metallic squeaking. And after a few seconds of that, you hear, "I'm glad you found me."
And you are?
It's the wheelchair, wasn't that dude that made us the weapons and stuff, right? No? Oh shit.
I really doubt it.
Shit.
After all we've been through, you don't remember my voice.
Is this Callum?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, right.
God bless it. Uh-huh. They're
Helen,
not...
you sound older.
I've been here a very long time, but where is here? Sealed within my own memories. Well, I feel my grasp slipping. My own dream fades as if the morning comes.
A new light is coming, old man.
You don't even know what you've done. He kind of you hear kind of a lot like a, and as it does, you hear ching, 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 as the locks begin to sort of unclasp themselves.
Ah!
One
Everyone
by one
back!
fall to the
Whoa!
ground.
I back away. I'm completely befuddled. He probably just turned a key or pushed a button.
These are padlocks.
Ah, I see. Okay then.
And as one by one they begin to fall away, you hear kind of like as the chain physically like off the door like slinks to the ground.
Felix
Switch to spear.
draws his scissor blades, one on each hand, but doesn't move. He stands right in front of the door and is staring, waiting for it to open.
Felix, get out of the way. You're blocking my shot. You crazy?
Takes a step back slightly.
The door has not opened.
I'll get it.
Please do. I would be really pleased.
I turn the handle. I open the door.
All right. You very, very simply grasp the metal handle. You turn it with a creak. The door opens. And as the candlelight from inside kind of rushes out to meet you, you are looking at what appears to be kind of a huddled over old man draped in a blanket covering most of his body. He's got kind of like a wide hat over his head, a long gray beard down his chest. And, he's just kind of slumped in a rolling chair like this, and he says, I feel only disappointment for you.
Why?
And as he does, he kind of like shifts his weight in the chair physically, kind of like turns a little bit and begins kind of rolling just a little bit back into the room.
Kind of step to follow it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just walk into the room, striding forward. Gurney's a little upset, and he addresses Callum as in, okay, well, you can explain really fast what we did, because it was a little harrowing. And I understand you're trying to preserve some time, but there's only so much we can do with what's in front of us.
He says, welcome to my aging sanctum. No one has stepped foot in here since I sealed myself away for protection. He says, I sealed myself in this place when I realized what we had returned to the academy and what I was creating. He says, the thing you destroyed was my prize. The brain of the one called Ulsul. The thing that enabled the dream to exist. The thing that protected this city. And now it is dead by your own hand.
Protected the city from what?
He says, My dear pupil, my great tragedy. Simon's goal, always ascension, to be like the creatures he worshipped, secretly and then openly. I devoted my life to preventing the ritual that he created, for he decided to call out to the great beings to offer them something that they might descend to this world, so he may join them and take all of us with him. He says, we had the brain rescued it from a catacomb, and with it, I created the ritual that shielded Palemore from the vision of that which sleeps behind the moons.
And what is that which sleeps behind the moons?
What? I don't know. Something terrible. Something ancient from the depths of space. I know not. Maybe, perhaps, it is the will of the cosmos made manifest. But whatever it is, it draws close, seeking the one thing that the great beings can never have.
And what's that?
Kin.
Us.
He says, in order to entice them, Simon he sought to offer a child.
Child. The Queen's.
That they might descend to claim it. This is how he bargained away our reality.
This thing beyond the moon. It's coming for this child.
He says, with the brain destroyed, it comes now, cold by the cries.
Interesting.
Okay. The dream was only a temporary measure, though, right? You must have some idea of how you were supposed to stop it.
Aye, how do we kill it?
The dream was part of the bargain with Ulsal. It inhabited my memory so that it might stay alive.
So you allowed this thing to cultivate.
To invade your mind. That's made you a less rational man than you once were.
Yeah, he says, I am not proud of the things I have done, but all of them were necessary.
I don't doubt that. But there's still work to be done.
Alright, someone's got to clean up this mess you made.
Simon made half this mess. Callum just cultivated it. Watered it. Put it out in the sun for a while.
Aye, and he shares the guilt all the same.
He does, but it's rather satisfying to know he'll linger in this room.
Oh, he's gonna be lingering somewhere else for a lot longer.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot of reason to stop Ulrich from this, because I'll be honest, I mean, Callum, your mind is a truly unique thing.
He says, my mind is all I have left, for once this dream is consumed, my body will perish with it.
What about the other dreams?
There are no other dreams.
What about the lanterns? The candles?
I don't know. They are not mine. He says, I don't know what will happen. I never foresaw the brain being destroyed. He says, I don't know what's next. Only that it is not safe here.
If
Not safe for you or us.
Oh shit.
He says, he says, my bargain, keeping myself and this brain alive, came at a price, that it must never be disturbed. And you, as this is happening, you guys kind of see that the window outside is kind of like there is a dense sort of like there's no light shining in from it, but rather you notice the window is like it kind of looks yellow outside.
Okay.
I was not
So-
fire out there.
This creature coming from behind the moon, it's seeking this child, this creation of Simon's. So if we can kill that or stop that, could it stop the creature? It wouldn't come anymore, right?
I don't know, but the child must be destroyed.
Do you know where the child is?
Yes, yes, yes. It is with Margot at Cairnborn Palace.
Ah, shit. He's with the queen. Alright. Now, here's the problem. You imagine I don't get to hang out at the palace. So, here's what I need to get from you. No. There's not a lot of time. Help me out, guys. There's a lot I need to figure out before something bad happens. I can tell it's gonna happen. I'm gonna show him. First, I'm gonna point to Felix, and then I'm gonna show him the umbilical cord I have from Felix's mom.
Oh, okay, good.
And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be upfront with you. The White Church has been using very bad methods to make this happen. They used Felix. They've been using dead children who were miscarried. I need as much knowledge and power that you can give us. If you're certain you can't do anything now, we're the only ones who can pick up where you left off. I mean, heck, we might have screwed it up, but we're the only ones who can put it back together.
He says, I have nothing to give but what I know.
Then you gotta find a way to give it to me. Because Simon is... I'm a little outmatched here, Callum. And my abnormal qualities are turning against me. This fistula is doing things I cannot compel or control. And if I have to fight this thing, if we have to fight this thing, we need to be at our best.
Yeah, he kind of like hunched up. He says, I don't know what you ask of me. He says, I am an aging scholar. My mind withers. What might I do?
Do you have a...
Speaking of aging scholars, Briarstone. What do you know of it?
Or how do we get there?
Yeah.
We found ourselves there, and through some strange passage beneath an altar, and when we arrived, things were different. The moon was red. It was not yellow. It was not this sickly color that it is now.
He
It was
says.
different.
He says. Briarstone was the name of my first academy, where I trained students, where I took the young Simon under my wing. It's also the site of my greatest failure, where I lost him to his own madness and dreams.
That's right. That's right. We were there. We saw that happen. We saw that memory, that conversation you had with him, the point where he left, the letter that he wrote you.
He kind
Sitting
of
on your
like
desk.
you see his eyes kind of cast down, almost as if this is causing him physical pain.
We saw it. And from what I know, this place that we are, it's all part of your mind.
Yeah.
You've seen everything that we've done in the dream, right?
He says, he says, if you have seen me, it was but a fleeting moment, for there is other trickery at work here. I have not always been with you, or watching. If you visited a dream of Briarstone, then it was not mine. Then it could only be a fragment of Simon's memory.
I need. What's in your brain right now? Do you have what is in the jars? Do you have a worm?
He says, I am spared some, but I am not fit to hear the voices of such great beings.
Shit. Ah.
He says, my sanity ebbs ever. He says, but Briarstone was beyond a forest, now a swamp. If you travel through it, you can find whatever dwells there.
If it was a fragment of Simon's memory we found, does that mean that he has a waking dream of his own?
I don't know it. Maybe he has made such terrible deals, such strange connections with creatures beyond humanity. I do not know what he has become.
He became a skull, I think. I mean, I had, I don't know what to call it, the little shriveled thing that was inside his skull. I don't know, I was really hoping to maybe, like, get one out of Callum. Yeah, I'm looking to, like, Marin. Like, Marin, can you sniff one of those out? Is there one inside him? He says he's protected his sanity, but dealing with these things, I don't know.
He says his sanity ebbs and flows.
Okay. Here's something I'm curious about, Callum. We have got to get out of this dream. If we can't, then we just have to book it over to Briarstone and get through that swamp.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so at a loss because there's so many questions we could ask him, but
You guys hear kind of the faint kind of cracking of glass.
oh my. From where?
From one of the few windows. There are 4
Yeah.
of them.
While everybody's talking to him, can I go over there and just take a peek out the window? I should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah, you
but
can. You
I'll
totally
do
can.
it now. Yeah, let me. I wanted a little stealthy, so I'll just be like,
So you wanna kind of look at the window itself?
look out the window itself, like from
You-
the edge, like a little stealthy. So if there's anybody out there,
You kind of peer at the window. There's a faint kind of spider crack running through the glass pane itself, and you're looking out, and it is like solid yellow outside.
like a fog.
It's just
Or
like
just-
you're looking at like just yellow. It could be the sky.
Okay. Yikes. Okay.
Marin,
What are you guys doing as he's doing this?
Marin is approaching the window as well, looking. And as Ulrich is looking out the window, Marin makes a grab for the lantern.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. What is this gonna be? I think this is gonna be an agility check.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and roll me an agility check.
Okay, agility. Oh boy.
I'm gonna say you have advantage because he is not expecting this.
Okay.
He's
Just-
not. That means you roll 2 d20s and take the highest one.
Can God just tell him right now, like, maybe this isn't a good idea?
I don't know. You don't have prescience, so
That's all right.
you don't have any precognition.
Actually, I have a lot of presence.
Prescience.
What is that? Yeah, Prescence.
There's an I in there. Free science.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. No, definitely none of that.
All right. So what is? I'm gonna say. What would this be against? I think this would be against his guard, probably.
I wear a big leather coat.
What is your total? What is your guard value?
22.
All right. So here's what's gonna happen. You feel kind of a hand on the lantern as it's on your belt, and it kind of tugs, and just as you're about to turn your head to look, you guys all hear a loud as the glass in the windows is basically shatters. All 4 windows, there's 4 of them in this building, in this room, all shatter inwards as billowing through the windows is a thick, dense yellow fog.
Ooh.
I'm holding my breath. I take a deep breath and just.
Callum, what does the yellow fog mean? Who is the Tatterman?
As the fog is kind of billowing into the room, he kind of like as it begins filling along the floor, catching you all by surprise. You see Callum, like his weak body kind of shoots up. He says, "He is my jailer." And as this is happening, the fog fills the room, and you guys hear scraping against the wooden floor the faint chink of chains and scratching of metal as the fog billows into the chamber. And we are going to roll some initiative.
Oh, shit.
Oh man, let me
Nope.
I seriously want to just grab, like, Callum and just, like, toss him on my back. We can just take him to go in case he doesn't want to question him.
We
Okay.
definitely can't.
So that is going so we are going to roll some initiative.
Oh no, I got a 3.
I've asked why we're here.
Alright, here we go. Better than 10. Nice exploding 6.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 22.
This is like the first battle that Ulrich's thinking, like, run away first more than fight. Like, to be honest.
All right. So let me get this set up. Okay, cool. So that is going on. Let me. That was dumb. I don't know why I put that on the wall when I should have just kept it with me. Fucking idiot. Okay. So, what is who's got the highest?
Me.
What'd you get?
22.
Felix, 22. Who's next?
I think that might be me,
Marin.
actually, with a 14.
Marin, 14. Who's after that?
Ulrich with 11.
Ulrich with 11. Who's after that? Gurney.
with
Four
a
minus
3.
1.
The powerful 3.
Interesting. Okay. So, Felix, as this fog is billowing into the chamber here, you are like you're looking in the terrified eyes of Callum, and it's as the fog is kind of filling the area around your feet. What do you want to do? What's your reaction?
Fuck. I'm going to draw my the cat's paw.
Okay.
And I am going to be at the ready. Has the Tatterman entered the room?
He's somewhere in the room. The fog is pretty dense.
Oh, good. Blood sense on, please.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a blood sense check. I'm gonna say disadvantage against him specifically.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
15.
15. You sense that it's almost like a faint kind of pulsing sound of something in the room. It's basically straight ahead behind Callum. It's not in the center of the room. It's just off to the left of the center, as if it had come through one of the windows. You can't see it, but you can kind of almost get an idea, like an outline of where it was a second ago.
Okay, that's good enough for me to just rush right at it.
Okay.
And try to swing. And I'm gonna, as I do so, I'm gonna say to Ulrich,
Let's do it.
light the lantern if you can. It's not a fight worth having.
Okay.
But I'm still going to fight.
Right.
All right. All right. What kind of attack are you rolling?
This is a might attack.
Get a pinwheel or
That's cool.
something.
No, that's a nat 1. For 6 total.
Shit. This is a good time to mention, if anybody's on the fence about donating nat 20s, now is the time.
Now.
Yeah. This
Alright,
Spider-Man's
I got
no
plenty.
joke.
Get my boys.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get Marin some, yeah. He's
All right. Sorry, I'm just
he's
looking for.
playing like a normal player right now. Oh gosh.
Yeah, right? Nat
Here we
1s
go.
aren't the thing that's supposed to happen.
All right, so you dive headfirst into this mist, leaping at where you think this creature is, and you hit nothing. You just like slam right into the floor. A second later, kind of being shocked to your senses. You are now literally enveloped by yellow fog completely around you. You can't see your friends. You can't see anyone. That's your attack and your movement action. So do you have anything else you want to do, or? All right, Marin.
Okay. Hey, Din. Where's the lantern?
What? Yikes.
No, I'm asking you. I'm not asking Ulrich. Where is
it on Ulrich's body?
It's
Does it hang from
attached
your
to his
belt?
Yeah, attached to the belt. I'd say probably back left.
Okay. As an attack, I'm going to try and wrestle Ulrich to the ground, and I'm making a grab for the lantern. Again.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a might check to against him to attempt to bring him to the ground.
Damn it!
It's going to be might against, I believe, his toughness. And if you manage to beat it by 10 or more, you can bring him to the ground.
Oh boy.
If you just manage to beat it slightly, then you will be able to like grab on, get him held and immobile. But
okay.
God's telling you this is not a good idea.
Probably not.
18
wow.
versus your toughness.
My toughness is 18. So.
Okay, so how do you don't physically force him to the ground, but you do kind of like you do attempt to sort of restrain him a bit.
I want that. Give me the lantern. I want the lantern. And as for movement, I don't know if I can. Since it didn't turn out so well in the grapple, I'm probably not moving anywhere.
Okay. You want to just like brace yourself and try and like get into a wrestling
I'm
pose?
listening. I'm trying to hold him and get the lantern. I'm desperately trying to get the lantern.
Okay. That means we are gonna go to Ulrich. It is your turn.
Oh no!
The last thing I ever want is PvP. I'm saying that right now. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Ulrich's seen this. Like, he was preparing a strike for Tatterman, but now that his attention is refocused, it's just,
Thou who turns against a Templar turns against God.
and I'm, so we're wrestling right now, and then it's almost kind of like Goku Dragon Ball Z style, and then all of a sudden already you see like a bright like light surge from him, and then all of a sudden his super agedness turns youthful muscle and vigor. Whew. So he turns into a very younger, more muscular version of himself.
Oh shit!
And I'd like to just show off and do a nice my single attack on him.
Oh.
Okay, with your sword.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the nice sword. And
Is my grappling him slowing him down at all?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna need to you probably can't like because he's physically got you. You're not like you're not prevented from moving, but you're probably not gonna want to swing a sword like at someone that's clinging to you. You can attempt to throw him off or inflict a bane on him if you want.
You know, I think I want to go with the throw him like and not throw him off. I really want to throw him like it's because I did have a nice attack prepared. So should I roll mine just as if it was my sword strike basically? I can just use full might attack.
Yeah,
right?
you can make a might attack to throw him if you want. Yeah.
Oh no.
Whew. I really hate doing this, but I did have a nat 20 already queued up.
Oh no.
Oh no. Go ahead and roll it.
Man, I wanted to kill Joff.
Yeah. God be with you, child.
Oh. Butts. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll it. Yeah, re-roll it.
Oops,
That's
that was
absurd.
dang it, I did mess up the D20. Dang it,
Oh,
sorry.
Marin.
I'm too excited.
We hardly knew you.
Yeah, so you rolled 2d6. One of those you should re-roll.
Yikes.
Ignore the 6. Roll a d20.
Okay, just do D20s.
Well,
Two
if you,
D20s.
yeah,
I get advantage because of my youthful awesomeness. 13.
13. Okay,
Nice.
no, it's 11. So it's 11 plus
sorry,
2
11.
plus 5 plus 20. So that's 31, 32, 33, 38. 38 against your toughness, Marin. What is your toughness?
16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Ulrich, you are overpowering him completely. How exactly do you want to fit? Because I'm assuming you're like grabbing
Yeah.
and shoulder throwing. How do you want? Like, what do you want to do to him with him?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, like kind of like almost a judo little move, and then I'll kind of do an over the shoulder throw. I kind of just want to throw him towards the yellowness, I guess.
Do you want to throw him out the window or into the room?
I'll keep him in the room. I'm not that cruel.
Okay,
But,
so into like the center of the floor, just away from you into the
Yeah.
center.
Maybe
of
I
the floor.
am crueler. I'm throwing him towards freaking Tatterman, basically.
Well, he hasn't appeared yet. You haven't seen him.
Well, I'm throwing where I think he is.
Okay.
Just the middle of the room, the yellow, like
All right.
towards the open.
So yeah, you kind of like as he grabs on you, he's got one hand kind of pulling on the lantern. As you rage your body, kind of like your muscles get younger, your face, the lines on your face disappear, and you almost like with one hand you kind of grab by his shirt and then grab on his arm and like just bend at the knee and heave him over your shoulder. And as what's up?
Am I still hanging onto the lantern?
Roll me a might check.
Oh shit!
I think it's possible. I think it's
Yeah,
possible.
no, it definitely is. He told me he was grabbing for it, so we're gonna see.
Uh.
I'm gonna say it's a decent DC, but with a might check, you might be able to grip onto it if that was what you were focusing on.
Come on, give me an exploding dice. Oh shoot! I typed it wrong. Come on!
Oh man, this is messed up.
No!
Yes.
I'm gonna say you are a bit too shocked by his strength to keep a grip on this thing. As you find yourself flying through the air and with as it knocks the breath out of your lungs, as you hit the ground, you impact the solid wood floor. You are gonna take what's your toughness?
16.
16. You are going to take what'd you roll? 38. So 38 minus 16 is 22.
I think it was a 33 or 31.
All right,
Or maybe it was 30. Yeah.
You're gonna take 20 points of damage.
Okay.
And you are also prone. Okay, that means first of all, we have I'm gonna send these to the guys here. Just give me 1 second to send this for you.
Sorry, yeah.
right,
Ulrich's
cool.
a tough old bastard.
Just sent you guys a message. That means we are going to go on to Gurney. It is going to be your turn.
You're Mike, mute.
Gurney's very uncomfortable. It's misty. It's like it's hard to see.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Find the lantern. Get the lantern.
I don't know what's going on.
Ulrich says.
I don't know what's going on. I probably hear a struggle, but I'm gonna assume it's Tatterman fucking you guys up. So here's what Gurney is going to do. Gurney is going to. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm so scared. Okay. I'm going to run over to Callum, and I want to mind dredge him. And I want to mind dredge him of the ritual that he did to create this dream with the brain.
Interesting. That is going to be a fairly complex bit of information you want to wrench from his head, which means the DC to do it either you can is going to be very high unless you want to spend multiple rounds doing it.
I am going to devote myself to this.
Okay.
So Gurney goes to where the wheelchair is, and he just sort of grabs Callum by both sides of his head, mask on, flaring up with that icy mint fresh.
Oh yeah, no,
power.
This is going to take a lot of energy, so you literally feel like your skin growing like dead and cold around your around the edges of your face and neck.
And Gurney just yells out, "Buy me time! I'm getting what I need from Callum. Just give us time. Get that lantern going." And I'm gonna just burn a natural 20 to do
All right.
this.
Go ahead and roll me
Nice.
that mind dredge, please.
Alrighty.
Everybody think high numbers.
I mean, let's pray. It's okay.
Nice.
Total of 38.
Yeah, that's
38.
definitely nice.
As you're kind of like, you feel your skin physically freeze, your eyes shoot open, full of this kind of white, like full of white. And as you do, you're literally peering into beyond Callum's physicality into his brain, and it is like peering into a vast chasm of just echoing sound and noise. I will say that you're not going to be able to. We'll actually get the. You are basically doing what you can. You're basically like pushing through this, the noise here, trying to find specific images and bits. And you're not going to get them entirely. So based on the amount of rounds that you are successful at, I will let you know what you end up with. But for now, we'll say that you have definitely begun trying to sift through what you can and find specific memories and and thoughts about this ritual.
Totally. And that is what I'm going to devote myself to for this turn.
Got it. That means we are going to the bottom of the round with Mr. Tatterman, who is going to, let me get my stat block here.
He's tisking.
Okay.
He's tisking.
Got it. He is going to appear. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't. I saw messages in chat.
What?
He is going to appear next to or behind Gurney.
No!
Oh.
And by the way, I'm going to put him as he forms out of the mist. I'm going to put his image on screen just so you guys can remember what he looks like.
I'll never
I
forget.
don't want to remember though. Yeah.
I'll never forget.
That son of a bitch.
There we
I
go.
feel like I've been waiting for this fight, but I'm still not ready for it.
And as he is behind you, he's going to take this large kind of serrated razor and put it to your, basically attempt to put it to your neck and slash. He is going to have advantage on this attack because he's appearing behind you and attacking from behind. And so that is going to be 1d20 plus that. Nope, so it's 2d20 K1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Reminder.
Man, help me!
We the dream that usually sustains us when we die, that's falling apart right now. So
It's gone.
Yeah, so we die for real? Like, that's what I'm thinking.
probably
27 against your guard.
Okay, that's not the
What's your
worst.
guard total?
I have 7, so I take 17 in total.
Okay,
That's
so,
my guard.
so you're going to take 17, and he is also going to inflict the bleeding bane on you as he literally slashes at your neck and as a, like, he severs through a major artery, blood spilling down your tunic as you choke on it. You kind of, your hand instinctively goes to your neck as you are gasping for air, the blood leaving your body, and as he kind of hisses in your ear, you feel kind of the warm spittle kind of coming from his serrated teeth, but no actual words form there. That means we are going to go to, since he has appeared there, we are going to go, oh, and at the end of his turn, he's going to begin discorporating. Felix, we're going to go back to the top of the round with you.
great. Can I see him?
For a second, yeah, you can. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there just a second more, so you can attempt to get at him if you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna first shout back to Ulrich again. The lantern! Get it! Light it! Is it not working?
Shit! Where is it? I'm trying to find it!
And he's going to see the blood of his friend spilled on the ground and be able to slip into a rage.
Okay, yeah, you see that like blood is as Gurney like almost turns instinctively. You see is just covered in bright dark red.
18.
What's that for?
For a swing against the Tatterman.
That will be enough to. What are you swinging with?
Cat's paw.
Cat's paw. I'm gonna say that's like, as you kind of like along the ground, it's enough to like clip his leg, but not really impede him in any way.
All right. That's the most I can do.
Just before he kind of finishes discorporating into the mist, Merrin, what do you want to do?
Talking's a free action, right?
What's up?
Talking is a free action, right?
Yeah.
Ulrich, toss me the lantern. I just want to leave. I've got to leave. Toss me the lantern.
If I could even find it, you traitor!
It's still on your belt. He didn't take it.
Oh, excellent. Okay, cool then. It's just like
You're lucky I don't leave you here.
Can I have it?
shit. I hate actually considering giving it to him just because I feel like he actually can light it right now. But
You
Are
can
you gonna
also light it.
I'll have to wait till my turn for that though, yeah.
Yeah. But that's like meta.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well yeah, you hell no, you piece of crap, you hear young Ulrich
Okay.
yelling some childish insult at you.
Then
Butthole.
I use my movement to run back at Ulrich and try a third time to take the lantern.
Okay. This is not gonna have advantage because he is ready for you.
Yeah, he's young and virile.
This is gonna be an agility check.
Actually, no. I run at him, and I'm going to actually use. I'm going to use my potent Bane feat to cast persistent damage as an aura emanating from me as I run at Ulrich.
That
Okay.
is amazing.
That is an entropy skill, correct?
Yes,
What level are you casting it at? What power level?
I am casting that at. That is a very good question.
The power level determines how much damage it does.
It is a power level 6.
Is that what it says? Let me.
That's what I selected. Whether
Okay.
that's legal or not.
Hold on one second.
Just because my entropy is also a 6.
Okay.
What? So it's the Bane persistent damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me find it here. Persistent damage. Power level 2, 4, 6. Does doing it as an aura specifically up the level? I don't know. I don't know about the feat that you're talking about.
The feat.
Potent Bane, I think, allows him to do the Bane without disadvantage when it's like this.
Okay. Let me.
I think that's how it works.
I'm looking right now.
Because he's doing an aura.
Choose one Bane that you can invoke that has a duration resist ends. When target makes a resist roll to shake it off, they have disadvantage 1. So it just makes it harder to resist. Okay, so you can cast that as an aura. For you, you can cast. So if you cast it at power level 2, 4, 6, or 8, that's going to determine the damage that it's going to do. So for example, if you did it at power level 6, that would be 1d8 damage per round, but you'd need to roll a DC based on that.
Then let's go with power level of 6.
6. So that is going to be a DC of 22.
Okay,
You don't
so
want to do this, mate. You don't want to do this.
okay. This is okay. Here we go.
Gonna be so upset.
Also, you can add. You can use the inspiration that you just got to add an extra D8.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Son of a
That 8 is gonna explode.
Okay, so another
That is gonna explode.
I hate this game.
Oh, that's a lot of 8s.
So that's 39, 47, 53.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say that, like, normally it wouldn't push the damage higher, but I'm gonna say, because you rolled so high on this, you basically, like, the room, almost like the shadows in the room begin to almost grow opaque and black as you begin kind of running. Like, literally, this entropic energy is kind of radiating off you in waves and is literally pushing the mist away from you. So it's like this sort of nexus, like this orb of blackness in the center of the room. And you're just gonna kind of run straight at Ulrich?
Yeah, I still want that lantern, but I wanted to put my action into at least baiting
Yeah, that's
him.
fine. Go ahead and roll me an agility check. I just want to see if you can make a grab for the lantern as you're diving for him.
Agility. Okay, cool.
By the way, what's the radius on this? I have to check.
Oh dear. Oh no, I typed that wrong.
Does it say? It doesn't say.
Since it's power level 6, it would be 10 feet.
10 feet?
10 feet, okay.
Okay, cool.
So anyone technically within that aura would have to...
Yeah. Which, as you're running towards Ulrich, I think right now will be Felix and Ulrich.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that agility was appalling.
Yeah, you dive. You're mostly like leaping towards him. It's not enough to really make a grab for the lantern, but he is going to be swallowed up by this aura. Ulrich, you are sorry, where'd my thing go? You are up next. You need to make a resist at disadvantage against his damage.
Ooh. Okay, can I use my inspiration to counter the disadvantage?
Inspiration's a D8.
Okay. You're right. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, so I have to roll resistance. Let me see what that is. Where is resistance? I've never had to roll for this.
I think because it's probably your toughness.
It is toughness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It'll be toughness.
Yeah, it should
so
say
you
on the
just
thing.
click it.
Thank God.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
entropy versus toughness.
And you have disadvantage. Against the code.
Okay. That did do ignore that roll.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna ask me for advantage when I clicked that. Okay. So how do I even do that? My toughness is 18, but
No, you're rolling your tough out. No. It's so the attack is versus your toughness.
Oh, okay.
but
So my toughness is 18.
You have to roll physically to resist, but you have to roll again because you have disadvantage.
Okay. So just a straight D20.
Same thing, yeah. D20.
Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna add the plus D8.
No, you don't get a plus D8 for the resistance.
Yeah, no D8, not on
I
this.
thought he had
No.
inspiration.
Yikes. Not even inspiration. All right.
Yeah. I'll let you.
Oh, yeah,
You can
sorry.
use the inspiration, yeah.
Yes, I need everything I can get right now, bro. One of the other players is trying to kill me. All right, here we go. 1d20.
Definitely the first
for it.
time that it's ever happened.
Hey, okay. That's pretty good.
Okay,
That's
so
pretty good. Yes.
alright. So you have to take the lower one, which is 12, which is still enough to resist the damage, at least for this round.
Right, and I need to do that too, right?
Yes, but right now it's his turn, so we'll do it on your turn.
Okay.
Son of a lantern.
That means next up is Ulrich. What do you want? So what do you want to do?
And, you know, I want to take the lantern. Yeah. So if I light it up right now, we're all gonna transport, right?
You have no idea.
Shit.
Ideally.
Yeah. I feel like that is our only option, though. So I say, my instinct is telling me I want to Sparta kick Marin right now back so he doesn't get included in the lantern. But Ulrich's in young, youthful mode and he's naive, so he's going to just light it up.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, fair enough.
But I want to yell like everyone to me, like so at least my companions.
Are you doing it
know
on your turn, or are you waiting?
I'm doing it on my turn. Yeah.
Okay.
But are we all there?
I mean, you're not all immediately around each other.
Okay.
Which
but
is why I
at
was
least
asking.
you can light it, so it'll be like ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assumedly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm yelling. I want to yell at my companions so that I'm.
As you're kind of shoving Merrick off, you kind of grab a kind of little match, and you begin kind of like fumbling it into the lantern as the blue glow as it catches on the wick. The blue glow begins to fill the glass, and steadily start growing. Are you gonna move, or are you gonna stay where you are?
If I could move closer, can I see everyone? Or can I see anyone besides my adversary right now, Marin?
Well, it's pretty dark around you now because of that thing. But you can kind of make out the shapes of Felix on the ground, of Gurney a little bit in front of him.
I'll try to. I just want to move a little closer to them as I can and hold the lantern as high as I can. I guess yell as loud as I can. You know, companions to me, companions. I guess he wouldn't say it like that. Oh, he's young mode. Companion bros, come on, guys.
Okay.
That's
that
so
means
sweet.
we are going to Gurney. It is your turn now. You are bleeding. And you are going to be taking. Let me check here. You take 3 bleeding damage.
Oh my god. I have 1 hit point. Okay. Oh no.
Better than 0. We can work with 1.
I don't like this. The choice I have right now. Okay, so how I probably don't have enough of the memories of the ritual to really get an idea on.
You don't know how much you've gotten. You've gotten as much as you could in 1 turn, so.
In 1 turn?
Yeah. You can keep going, or you can keep bleeding.
I mean, I'm gonna bleed either way, right? Or can I roll to resist this bane?
Yeah, you can roll to resist bleeding, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to resist. That's my toughness, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Oh no.
Do you still have a nat 20?
I do, but I didn't say I was gonna use it. Because I want to keep my dredging.
You
Just grab him, bring him along.
Your vision is darkening. You feel your strength leaving your body. The mask is still on your face. What do you want to do?
I want that ritual! Ah! I'm not gonna get another chance. This is the only Callum that can give me this, so I'm going to persist. I'm going to drag him to... Do I see the lantern's glow?
Faintly. It is obscured by a heavy black darkness.
No, I want it. I want it too bad.
Okay.
I want it. I need it.
In Gurney.
I want it. I need it. I want to taste it.
Go ahead and roll me another mind dredge.
Natural 20.
All right.
33.
33 is enough. You continue doing, at this time, almost
I'm so sorry.
gluttonously as your vision begins to darken, as you feel your knees go weak. Even your hands, your hands are kind of going cold at the fingertips. You feel the frost crystals forming on the edge of the wound on your neck as you begin just, in essence, stuffing more of these memories into your head as much as you can.
I gotta salvage, guys, because this is the end of him. I get the sense. Not that that's a good idea, but
Oh man.
yeah, Gurney just lets out this gargled gasp and groan. And at the end of that, am I able to move?
Yes, it is still your turn. You've taken your damage for this round, so you still have the rest of your turn.
Okay, can I drag him with me?
Callum?
Yeah.
I'm
He's in a wheelchair.
gonna say half speed.
All right. This isn't a big room, right?
No, but bear in mind you're weak, right? Like, you're basically
Yeah.
doing your best to kind of take maybe one step back, pulling as much as your arms. You feel the weakness leaving your, the strength leaving your body. You're basically going to get maybe a step or two backwards, through the fog, not quite into that sort of black area. But yeah, you're beginning to move him. He's heavy. He feels like he weighs a ton to you.
Yeah. Now that I realize how weak I am, I'm going to leave him.
Okay.
I cut off the mind dredge and I start moving towards the light.
Okay. Felix, you need to roll me a resist. Nope. You are going to take... What was the damage on that? It was power level 6, so that is going to be 1d8 points of damage. Also, you're muted.
Sorry. Yes, 4.
Got
4
it.
damage.
Okay, so as the entropic energy is going to kind of burn your skin, as you are still on the ground, by the way. You're still pretty much on the ground, by the way. What do you want to do?
I shouldn't be saying this, but did the Tatterman get his turn?
Oh, right. Shit. Forgot about that. My bad.
What the hell, dude? I thought Marin was a traitor. You're the real traitor.
Right. He is actually going to... Hold on one second. Oh, interesting.
No, it's not.
He is going to apparate right next to Merrin. And as he does, as you're grappling for this thing, he's just going to simply reach out and place a kind of a burned, like, scarred hand just right on your face.
Okay.
And he is going to... Let me find this here.
All I wanted was the lantern. It was so pretty. This is good.
What will we go with here? I think we're gonna go with this. Yeah. He is going to cast an ability on you. This is going to be one. What's that? His oh yeah, same thing. 1d20 plus 2d6. This is going to be against your toughness. 1d6. 16 against your toughness.
Which is 16.
As you feel his hand gripping your head, you kind of... This is at power level... Oh, wait, no, that was a power level check. He didn't actually succeed against you.
Oh.
Because he did not make the required roll to cast the ability on you. He is going to you feel kind of this almost this strange energy, almost this kind of clouding of your mind as he attempts to basically quiet and calm it and sort of basically push you into a state of unconsciousness. However, your mind is particularly unquiet and particularly I don't know the exact word for it. It is particularly something, and
Perturbed?
Yeah, sure. And as such, he is not able to apparently to physically dominate you.
It's a bit. I think writhing is the word.
As you actually see his skin begin to kind of sizzle. He's not even going to bother resisting the damage that you are basically that's rolling off of you.
Good.
Okay, if that means we're back to Felix.
Right, and now he's Oh, man. His last attacks haven't been doing much, and he's seen this happening and is desperate. And so he's just going to just take the cat's paw, and he's going to reach down, and he's going to basically just scrape up the side of his leg and let the blood drip off. And as the blood sort of begins to flow slowly from his arteries, you see it just dripping upwards back onto the blades of the paw. And he's just going to reach out, and he's going to try and strike down with this thing. Its claws now a good deal longer thanks to the blood that is now a part of them.
Okay. So you are rolling me a blood attack,
Mm-hmm.
which you have double dice on. Who are you striking at?
Tatterman.
All right, go for it.
Wait, not 14d8, 4d8.
Are you sure?
Ooh, that's a big roll. That is a really big roll. There's an exploding 8 in there, too.
44.
44 is definitely enough to hit him. As you're using your claw, right?
Mm-hmm.
You basically kind of like, I'm gonna say because you need blood on the weapon itself, you physically have to like rake it across your own arm or something.
Right, well, that's what I said. I raked it across my leg.
Okay, yeah. You basically like stab it right through your thigh and pull it out so that each of the blades on this claw are covered in blood. And as you reach back, and as you swing it forward, the blades almost lash out like whips. And as they do, they lunge, stabbing right like Merrin. This thing still has its hand on your head. You watch as these like sharp points of red just stab like right through its chest right here. As you have basically impaled it, Felix.
Cool. And I can throw on a bane to that?
Yeah,
I'd like
absolutely.
to throw on some persistent damage.
Okay, so you want to basically...
He's bleeding.
Yeah, I'm going to say as you do, you kind of, like, you push your will, and these, the sharp points, like, the blades made out of blood physically, like, transform, so they're all, like, serrated as you pull it back, creating these horrible, kind of tattered wounds through his chest.
Nice.
All right, that is definitely awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Merrin, it is your
Oh wait,
turn.
actually,
yeah.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you got
No.
movement, right?
Well, no, not just movement. Because I raked this paw along my leg, I can use my Reckless Frenzy, dealing 5 damage for myself and attacking again.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
The same thing. And basically,
Felix was born to do this kind of stuff.
oh shit.
That is a big roll.
That is a big roll. That is a 54. And so I take the cat's paw. It's the blood at the end of these claws. They've pierced him entirely, and now I rip it back through, pulling all the way, or almost all the way out. But with the curves there, I drag it, I rake it all the way down, just ripping through his already tattered cloth and a great deal deeper into his flesh.
All right, as you slice, basically just carving through this tough, scarred flesh that makes up this creature. As you can see, he's already in the process of disapparating, but you are just carving through him. yeah, you just leave just sloughs of black, smoking blood that is burning away in this necrotic entropy damage that is radiating off of Marin. Let me go ahead and math a little bit. That's, how much is that? That's 54? 54?
Oh yeah, another Bane. More bleeding.
Okay. Okay, cool. Got it. Let me just do my math here. 3, 1, 3. Interesting. What's your bleed for?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. It shouldn't affect him until his turn, right? So, can
Yeah,
wait.
don't worry about it. Okay. Marin, it is your turn. The lantern light has grown much, much brighter.
I can't try a fourth time. It's not gonna work. So.
Thank you. Oh god. Now can we work together?
Do I have eyes on Mr. Tatters?
Yeah, he's actually been sort of staggering back from you with those violent wounds that he was just inflicted with.
I really like that name. It sounds like something off of Sesame Street.
I'd like to return the favor and grab his face.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again with my, instead maybe I can drop the aura and just switch to channeling that persistent damage into Mr. Tatters.
Do you want to do it as an attack, or do you want to try and inflict the persistent damage on him?
Can I inflict the persistent damage on him?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me an entropy roll against him.
Sure. I keep misclicking.
I know the pressure of having to type the roll when it's your turn. It's like,
Come on. Give me some good dice.
feels like going to battle for reals.
That's not bad.
22 is just enough to
Yeah.
actually physically inflict on him.
Nice.
Okay.
Just enough is good.
Just enough is enough.
As you
Yeah,
grab the sides
just enough.
you grab the sides of his head, and your hands begin smoking as the energy kind of travels through your palms.
How do you like it?
As this is happening, by the way, the light is going to finish growing. Now, I'm just gonna make a quick
Oh, no.
map for myself.
Oh no.
No, I need to map this out a bit more cleanly. Come on, not big enough. Okay. So, and then this is the lantern. So I have a bit of a drawing here. Let me show you guys. This is my little drawing of where everyone is. Right?
Oh no.
The lantern is going to affect not quite Gurney and Felix.
What the fuck?
As it finally finishes its teleportation effect, which means as soon as Marin begins sort of inflicting his damage, the light is going to grow to almost blinding proportion, and as it does, the scenery is going to shift around you.
Oh no.
Marin, Ulrich, and the Tatterman
Oh no.
Son of a...
all vanish.
I hate you. I hate this game. Fuck. What did we get ourselves into this time?
Oh.
That fucking lantern.
This is my fault. This is your fault, Marin.
It's not my fault.
You were the...
I think that might just be where we end it for tonight.
Oh.
Fa.
because I can't
beans.
think of a better way
Oh.
to keep this going.
Oh.
As things
No.
have gone
But.
from bad to the worst possible.
But.
Yeah, right.
Well, at least
Oh.
Ulrich and Marin are gonna be forced to get along now. We're
Ulrich
starting.
doesn't deserve that.
Oh, I know Ulrich doesn't. This is why every session I start off with, I hope my teammates don't turn against me.
Oh,
I didn't know. Oh, no.
Damn.
I'm
Well-
the crazy guest.
well, I don't know. That I think that has to be where we end it for tonight. We're coming up on 12 o'clock, and I know we started a little bit late, but man, I think better to end on a great cliffhanger than just to ruin that tension. So I think everyone in chat, by the way, let me turn this down. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Everyone in chat is saying that now we are required to have Joff back next week.
Oh.
Nah, just kill him.
Just kill him.
He's just Tatterman kills him on his next turn.
What did I do to you, Speedy? What did I do?
That's
Oh,
kind
man.
of true. It's mostly been against Din money.
You
I
made
know.
me leave the ghost country.
Why does everybody pick on me?
Well, guys. That is gonna be it for the game itself. But don't go anywhere. We have a lot of stuff to talk. We have some crazy stuff to discuss. What's going on in this story, our players, and of course, then we are going to pass the love on with a raid onto someone else who's streaming. But man, why don't we kick it over to our players? You guys know. Let's get some thoughts, feelings, and impressions on the session tonight. And why don't we start on the end with our honored and awesome guest for today, Mr. Joff. Man, tell us what you thought about tonight. Did you have a good time?
Oh god, you guys run a crazy game. Oh my god.
Thank you for coming. First off, yeah.
Thank you for having me. This is
Odds.
this is dark. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
dark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and that did not go how I was poorly planning. I'm sorry, Jen.
Yes, actually.
Are you sorry?
I
I'm sorry.
was,
Yeah, I'll try again. I'm sorry. I'll try
Who are
again.
these people?
I was num 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 num.
Yeah.
Finger licking good. I was playing Marin true to Marin's own agenda. That's all I'll say on that.
Okay.
But that was terrifying for him. He was not expecting that to become what it was, and that goddamn lantern, son of a. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm really grateful to be here. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for joining us, man. We are honored to have you. I know we all had a great time having you. We'll talk. We'll see. We'll see if maybe there's a next week.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll work on it. But thank you, man. Make sure you
Donate
guys
money so we can buy him off.
we pay his
him to play.
pay his bills. Joff, do you wanna do some hooks and plugs? Tell people who you are, what you get up onto the internet and where people can find you.
Yeah, I will try and keep this short and sweet. My name is Joff. You know me as Owlbear. Occasionally I stream here on Twitch as Owlbear. Otherwise, I'm over on Twitter talking about RPGs, talking about mental health, talking about toast and tea. And if that confuses you and you want to know more, just follow me on Twitter and you'll see some of that craziness. You can find me Thursdays on Speedy's channel, Not So Speedruns, where I play Jinx Gotifer, famed war veteran in Blades in the Dark 6 and 20. Otherwise, that's it for now.
Oh man, well guys, go give Joff a follow here on Twitch and on Twitter. And of course, as always, make sure you thank him for hanging out for us and for being such a great sport and helping build such a crazy story tonight. Man, let's swing back to the beginning of our cast with Mr. Speedy. What did you think about tonight?
So, if we're in the dream, and the dream collapses around us, do we die or do we wake up?
I mean, you can't wake up if you're not sleeping. You were never actually sleeping.
Right, but
Asker,
do we
what
die or
happens
do we
when you
go back to
die?
the regular world?
What is beyond the veil?
I mean, before it was just the dream was what happens if you die.
Yeah.
Now, I assume death is what happens if you die.
Well, as Callum pointed out, when you guys killed the brain, you put some strange events into motion. So who knows what that means for the world of Palemore?
Probably nothing good.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
we
probably-
really got to consider not just destroying giant brain-like creatures that we see every
Maybe.
time, and it seemed evil, right? Like that's not like a good.
Did it? It didn't do anything to you.
It didn't do anything. I don't know. I mean, everyone just kind of agreed to attack it.
Oh,
Brahms,
man.
I didn't expect him to answer that. That's just me thinking out loud. No, this is a lot of fun. There's some really awesome RP at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
The combat at the end was also really great, and Joff, it was great having you here. I love you being the insane person eating a person as I was trying to not go crazy at the sight of blood and the person that you were eating.
I'll let you know. I knew that would have that effect.
Oh my god.
Oh, you were sending messages on Discord. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at that.
Rip.
Sorry about that. I have too many windows open when I'm streaming. I can't pay attention to all of them.
It's true.
Man.
DMs and all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am Speedy. I run the channel Not So Speedruns, where I play video games, and also Blades in the Dark 6 and 20 on Thursdays with Joff. As he mentioned, I play Sky. He's a really bad person, but also he's really sad about his dead sister.
Which makes it all better, really.
But yeah, that show has been amazing. There's been some absolutely incredible role playing on the parts of everyone, and I've been really having a great time with it. That's all that I have to shout out about myself.
Oh man. Well, next, of course, we have Mr. 4. Any thoughts on tonight?
I hate that you put us in these situations where it would really benefit us if we acted as a team and united our efforts to one single goal. And then you put this old man with so much juicy lore.
I wonder where I might have learned it. What game might teach these things?
My name is 4.
I learned it from you!
I learned by watching you! No. Well, if you do want to watch me, I do my thing on the Forefront channel where we play D&D and Mouse Guard. We're hoping to play some Torchbearer in a while. I'm currently taking a break, but I'll hopefully be returning to things next week with some Mouse Guard Western Marches, which ironically is called the Eastern Marches, because we like to teach you guys how to play role-playing games, specifically Mouse Guard. So if you would like to actually take a little bite of what we experienced here, but without the brains, the horror, the gore, the juicy lore that I yank out of the minds of every NPC that Askren puts in front of us, I'd be happy to teach you. Not only that, I do Out of the Abyss on Fridays, and I also do a homebrew campaign on Sundays. Not this Sunday, we're skipping that, but I will be here for a little Mouse Guard thing that Askren will tell you about later. But that's me. I'm absolutely flabbergasted about what's going to happen next session. And I have so much guilt now. Take it away.
Great intro. Appreciate it.
Segways.
Yeah, awesome, sweet. I'll take it from there.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it.
I'm Din Money. Awesome. Whew. Wow, what a session. God damn. It's like talk about choices you have to make as a in the campaign and the player. Like you really feel consequences to it. So I really I felt there was a lot of consequences to what we did tonight, and like all the decisions we made. I'm a little worried about what we've gotten ourselves into right now. No joke.
Ulrich, Marin, and Tataman.
Yeah. No, right. This is gonna be like MTV Real World in the next episode. You know, it's like, let's see what happens when they put them together. So, possibilities abound for the future. Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, you have to expect the unexpected in this campaign, and I think tonight was a perfect example of that. Wow. So what can I say? Yeah, I hope we learn to work together soon, because there's so much bigger enemies out there. I feel like, there's just a huge world of Palemore, and we're these little bastards. We need to work together. We can't afford to fight amongst each other. So that's my little cup of tea drink of tonight's session. No, I'll hold no personal will. I'll bear. I'm not going to take that personally. Your actions as a player. Oh gosh, yeah. So that was awesome, though. I appreciated the fun that it created. But anyways, I'm Din Money. It was a pleasure being your player tonight, taking on the skin of Ulrich. Some awesome dude. But yeah, I'm a digital artist and game developer, making a game called Fall the Apprentice. Also making a really cool game for this Halloween. Check that out. But the most recent plug I have to do tonight is any of you Ruby fans out there. I don't know anyone's into anime and that kind of stuff, but RWBY Ruby, they actually have a tabletop game on Kickstarter right now, and I was privileged enough to do some artwork for them. Really honored to work with Rooster Teeth, my partner, and I back there. You can see her; she was working this whole session back there. You know, we work really hard at the studio. So yeah, it's awesome to be here. I'll post a link in the chat. Check it out. Ruby Combat Ready. It's gonna be an awesome card game. You know, I know a lot of tabletop fans out there, so check it out.
Absolutely, man. Go make sure you give Din a follow on Twitter. Go follow all these guys. Show them some love. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of messages. And thank you guys. I wanted to give some shout outs today for all the followers. Thank you, Lindsay, FPS, and Zach, N64, and Zerone the Quick, and Sauron D, and Ultra Sky, and Christmassy, and Kerex99, and Basso8299, and all hail the Gitro Toad. I don't know what that is. And the Subgenius for following. Thank you for joining us, guys, and welcome to the madness. Thank you guys thank you Hawk Hunting for your donations. Thank you guys for the subs before. This has been a lot of fun. I am looking forward to doing more stuff, and next week with these guys. Hopefully you guys had a good time with our horror game. If you want more, if this is your first time on the channel, by the way, please hit that follow button. We love having you guys here every week. We do all kinds of great content. And what you can do is you can hit that sub button if you really, really want to support the show. It's still half price, and you get all kinds of cool stuff, like our gold D20 emote. You get all kinds of sub perks. You can help our players out during combats and stuff. It is just damn good. And of course, we appreciate every single bit of support there. What else do we do on this channel? Well, if you enjoyed this and you want more role-playing in your life, you can see myself and For tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. We are playing Mouse Guard: The Dark Spring, and it is one of the best campaigns I've ever been in. It is really, really great. That is myself, For in the Dungeon Master seat, and then Simply JXN, that bronze girl, and Drunkly Romantic as the players, straight out of Spruce Tuck. And it's a damn good time. And then, of course, we have, I'm going to be doing art streams and things like that all throughout the week. Gaming and art just to tide us over until TwitchCon. If you guys are in the area for TwitchCon, definitely let me know. We can get together for some drinks, for some gaming and whatnot. And all of that's gonna be good. I don't think I have any other announcements other than that we are well on our way to that big 3K follower mark, and I think we're gonna do a big giveaway when we hit that. That's probably gonna be after TwitchCon, but we are about 150 followers away, so really looking forward to that. Thank you guys for joining us, man. I think we're gonna go pass the love on to another channel, and I think this is actually, I'm gonna go drop the love over to the Digital DM, who is streaming some D&D right now, I think on Fantasy Grounds. But the reason we're gonna go say hi is because as Brahms has mentioned in chat, this just came out on Twitter, but myself, Arvin Elleron, and Will from Encounter Roleplay are all going to be getting together on, it's going to be once monthly, and we're doing a show called The Masters of the Dungeon, and we're going to be getting together over on Arv's channel once every month to sit down and talk about what is what in the world of dungeon mastering, share our opinions, rant on topics, and maybe fight with each other a little bit. You know, it should be, the first episode should be airing on the 27th, so it's going to be pretty much right after TwitchCon, and the Digital DM is going to be joining us for that, so why don't we go over and pass the love on to him while he is playing some games. I'm gonna drop the raid link. I want you guys to hit it. I want you guys to go nuts on that thing. Show him the exploding dice love. Here we go. Exclamation point raid, the Digital DM. Whoa, the music just kind of took off. There you go, guys. There is the raid link. We will see you over there. Make sure you get the exploding dice raid and all of those emotes if you have them. That is gonna be it for us. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching, but as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might eat the worms out of your head and then transport you to another dimension. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye.